Good morning. My name is David Totty, and I'm the Director of Facilities here at the Oyster River Cooperative School District. I wanted to speak with you a little bit about the proposed elementary expansion addition project, and specifically to tell you kind of the history of how we got to where we are now. So really this project begins when we realized that enrollment pressures at the Meharmet Elementary School was going to force art out of its classroom and onto a cart so that the space previously occupied by art could become a general classroom. That led to a lot of public discussions. There was some talk about redistricting and how we would relieve that pressure, and then Superintendent Morse began exploring the ideas of an addition of classrooms at the Meharmet School. Later that summer, we had a changing of guard. A new superintendent, Dr. Shaps, took over, and I was a newly seated director of facilities. And we kind of decided as a new superintendent and new director of facilities to take a step back and take a long view at the problems in the district. And how that begins is the first step of that is we begin working with an architect on what's called an existing conditions study. So the architect hired a structural engineer and a mechanical engineer, and they together walked through all of the buildings, beginning with both elementary schools, later the high school and the SAU. We didn't do the middle school because it's brand new. But they looked at all the existing mechanical systems and where they were in their life expectancy and what the cost of those systems might be to kind of create a 20-year roadmap for what costs of mechanical systems and structural systems in buildings would be. The next step from there is to conduct a space needs summary. So this is the architect working with the professionals that work in the building, with talking and interviewing teachers, interviewing special education people, interviewing principals, interviewing custodians and food service people, and really finding out how do we use the spaces that we have? What are the deficiencies in the spaces that we have? What things do we need that we don't have? What things do we have that we don't need? From that, we get a really good picture. So the existing conditions report plus the space needs summary together create a full picture of problems in the building. The next step from once you have that picture, the next step is to create a schematic design of what a solution might look like. And with that, we get some general kind of order of magnitude pricing. And once we got to that point, that leads us to Warrant Article 5 last year, where the taxpayers authorized $529,000 to be spent on engineering to take that schematic design and bring it to a set of construction documents to fully develop it and flush out every detail so that we could define a real construction project and see what that might cost. Once that warrant article was approved, the design team continued working, and in parallel to that, the SAU went through a competitive bid process to hire a CM, or a construction manager, and we chose Ekman Construction. So we went from schematic design. The next step is to create design development, just a set of documents to kind of a check along the way to see if we're still on the right track. Through that process, the construction manager is looking at all the construction details and saying, well, wait a minute, we could do this a little bit cheaper if we changed this one detail. So now the CM is working with the design team to come out with the best possible product. As we continue to move from the design development to construction documents, we can at some point settle on a GMP, which is a guaranteed maximum price. And that's where we're at now. And the guaranteed maximum price for this project, as you know, is $9,827,000. People ask, I've been asked several times, is, well, what if there's inflation or tariffs or something changes? A guaranteed maximum price means just that. It's a guaranteed maximum price. The last piece of it is why now? Right now, we've got conditions in the building. What we learned from the space needs analysis was not only that there's not enough general classroom space at Meharmet, but that needs have changed in the buildings over the years. And we've got people shoehorned into spaces everywhere they can be. The schools have done a wonderful job at responding to increased needs as we need more support personnel, we need more special ed people, we need more OT/PT people. We've found places to put these people. At Mohammed Elementary School, it's come at the cost of there are no conference rooms left in the building. Those conference rooms have all been taken over for tutors or other school psychologists, all kinds of professionals that have taken over every square inch of available space. So as we try to deliver services, we're hampered by space restrictions. So that's one of the big reasons we want to do this now. The other condition is that construction is never cheaper than it is today. With inflation, with labor and materials increasing in cost, with borrowing rates going up, and again with market conditions changing, the longer we wait, the more it costs, is the bottom line. If we put off the GMP for a year, it's not going to be that same number next time we try to talk about it, or 2 years or 3 years down the road. It's going to go up a little bit every year. So there's no cheaper time to do this than right now.